All under heaven had an origin, considered as being the world's mother. When you get acquainted with the mother, you will accordingly know her child. When you know her child, you will repeatedly protect the mother. To the end, yourself will not be in danger. Stop your pleasant words, shut your gate. To the end, yourself will not struggle. Start your pleasant words, further your affairs. To the end, yourself will not be saved from wrong. Perceiving the small is called enlightenment. Protecting the soft is called strength. Employing the Great Mother's light and repeatedly returning to her radiance without leaving your troubles behind is said to be merely practicing constancy. I promised an initiation, and so you can self-initiate anytime you want, but if you look up to somebody, and you don't need to do that, but even if you look up to the idea of the sage that I look up to, you're welcome to partake in an initiation I'm doing for myself. I did these readings originally for myself and found that when I would record meditations for myself, just audio, I would go back and listen, and some of the things that I would do randomly coincided with things that were happening, like a train going by, for instance, right after I had slammed my staff or something like that. And I noticed this picking up in consistency. And so recording things that I was doing was something I was doing long before I shared any of it online. But I never really filmed myself. But I felt that even just for me, going back and listening to the readings would be helpful, and put myself in that energy and that space so that I can kind of stew in it a little bit more and let it sink in a little bit more and have it read to me instead of me having to try and process and read it. I didn't even try to do summations in the beginning because just trying to take in the information while you're reading so many complicated words is insanely difficult to kind of build up to. It's like storing information in these giant warehouses, but everything's super detailed and categorized in these little shelves and shit. I'm like, God. Anyway, but you do it over time and it just builds this inner world and you're connecting energies. And it just means you get better at alchemy naturally, I think, because when you feel in an imbalance in some way and you picture it in energy that you resonate as this, you can kind of think of the opposite extreme of that and balance things out a little bit and try and gain some equilibrium, which I think we could all use. So let's get it.